Okay, I think we're live. Hello. Hi, everybody. Give it a minute till it pops up over here on YouTube in my other tab. We got a lot of people waiting for afternoon sprints. Like, oh my goodness. What is everybody doing today? You'll have to let us know. Okay, I have like an ad playing on my other screen, so we're almost there. We'll say hi and introduce everybody, and hopefully we can get a little bit done.
Yeah. Hi, Jess. Hi, Beth. Sorry, let me pulling out, but hi, everyone else.
I just had a video go live too.
What?
I just had a video go live.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the title of it is Another Trash List. Reacting to Amazon's best YA books to read.
Your face in that thumbnail is great.
Oh, that
yeah,
is
you see my face?
This is
Yeah.
priceless.
Okay.
Priceless.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
I was so pissed at the end of that video. I literally, like, it's a true life reaction. At the end of the video, I was like, I can't believe I'm so pissed off. I literally stopped the video and I was like, all right, I think I'm just going to end the video right here.
Is the list based off just like purchases, or did they actually curate it by some ambivalent metric?
Well, it was really weird because it was like, in the beginning of the video, I'm literally like, oh, this is not too bad. And then I talk about, because me and Bethany reacted to when Time did their YA best list. And I found this one. I was like, okay, let's see if Amazon can do a little better. And it starts off good. And then all of a sudden, you could just see in the video, it just starts going downhill. Because I felt like 60% of the list was, it was required reading in high school that they just threw on the list.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was a bad list.
It's also odd, too, because this is for YA, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrible.
So, because, like, I don't know about you guys. I didn't ever really read. Yeah, no. The only assigned reading for me that I read in high school that was considered YA was The Book Thief. And even then, that's very much one of those. I guess,
like, they let me read. No, that was all middle school. You know? Middle school is when they let me read YA, and then it was just Dickens. And I was like, but why?
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
And they wonder why kids don't like to read.
Yeah, it's like what you said about Jason Reynolds. Yeah, about like Moby Dick and.
Yeah, Jason had said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Jess. Hi, everybody. How are you all? What is everybody doing today? What are you reading, or are you working on stuff? Hey, congrats. Glad you could make it. I just have not been able to film much this week for like things I could get up in time. So I'm like, let's just do live shows. This is fun. Hey, Brandy.
I've been very distracted the past 3 days. Everything between Sunday and now has just been like.
I got my my COVID booster this week, so everything's been like, what is it called? Like a no bones day. I don't know, whatever that thing is on TikTok. That's been my energy.
That's fair. One of my kids got his first COVID dose this week, so that was exciting. Good luck on grad school admissions. That is no fun.
Oh, yeah.
I remember those days.
Oh, no. Yep. Hey, Heather.
Hey, Heather.
How is Blackwater Sister? That's a book that's very on my radar, but I haven't picked it up yet. Because I'm really bad at picking up like contemporary fantasy, which I think that's what that is.
Blackwater Sister. Was this in a comment somewhere? Oh, people, because I'm not down there yet. That's why.
Sorry.
Hello. No, you're good. You're good. I'm like, I can't, because I've like scrolled up, so I can't see everything.
I don't have as much responsibility. I just get to lurk and read.
Oh, Jade.
Oh. Now we have a live one for you.
Bree got that video flagged, by the way. Me and Bree both. We were out of control that night, so that video was flagged. Yeah.
Really? You read Barbara Kingsolver in high school? That's so interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's not great. It's not a very good book. It did not meet any expectations. It was
Angela, you know what? I like Great Expectations because I like Miss Havisham.
I mean, okay, as an adult, if I chose to read a dense work, maybe I'd like it. As a 9th grader, I was just but why?
Yeah.
At my school, the seniors had to, when I was a senior so I was in the AP English class, which my school made even worse than harder than because of the school I went to. And so there were only five or six of us in the AP class, and the rest of the students were in the regular English class, and the regular English class had to read Great Expectations. But We did not.
No, I mean, I was on whatever, like, it was like, there's honors English the first 2 years, and then there was the AP US and AP Brit-Lit. And I had to read Great Expectations 9th grade and Tale of Two Cities in sophomore year.
Ooh.
And I was just like, that one was a little better. But I was still just like, but why?
I don't think I ever had Dickens as required reading,
I did.
which I'm glad, because I don't like. I have, because I was a nerd. I tried reading him for fun, but I did not actually like his stuff.
When people are paid by the word, and I don't like long sentences because my attention span is that of a squirrel.
Yeah.
So I forget what the sentence is about halfway
Not a
through
squirrel.
the page.
He has great ideas. Like, I really like adaptations of his stories, but like
Mhm.
his writing is so tedious for me. Like,
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
I
he
liked
has
the
fun.
love interest in Great Expectations. I remember not liking whoever the young female character was. I don't remember her name, but I remember not liking the end because I felt like it ended where it started, and I knew that was the point, but I still didn't like that.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. The books were.
That seems like a very
yeah.
teenage response to that.
Mhm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Isabella. What?
No, you're good.
No, I mean, I was 14. I should not have been reading that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, some books people read like are assigned reading. Like I remember in 5th grade, paper was like one of the assigned reading books, and well, I think that is a valuable book to read. Like I think that, and it is technically middle grade. Like I wouldn't give it to a 5th grader because there's so much interesting stuff in there that like I think you do have to be a little bit older to really understand what it's getting at. Because I remember all of us in the class just did not get it, and then I read it a few years later, and I was like, oh, okay, this is good. I really like this.
Yeah.
Like I think it's awkward that I read Romeo and Juliet in 8th grade.
Yeah.
I read too, and then in 9th grade.
Yeah. Like, why is, I don't, that's,
Granted,
I read Romeo
love
and Juliet
it.
3 times in my
I
public
didn't.
education. They kept making me read it. And
Oh.
I'm
I
like,
love
it's
Romeo
not
and
that
Juliet.
deep the 3rd time through. Like,
yeah, I never liked it. I was like, this is dumb. I was like, why are they doing this?
I love
this is going
it.
to accidentally become a live stream about education if you don't stop us.
Yeah,
Actually,
it
I
will.
enjoyed Hamlet. I remember enjoying Hamlet.
Hamlet
I
was
liked Othello.
I like
Othello
Othello was
was
good.
good.
I
Yeah.
also really love the like a lot of the comedies. I read like Much Ado About Nothing is probably my favorite, and like I liked Taming of the Shrew, although
I like a lot of his
Very
sonnets. Like, I didn't actually mind reading Shakespeare, but it's hard to read it without the play. And I did have one teacher have us go in a circle around the room reading lines of the King Lear book, and like no one understood what was happening. We only checked in for our line, and then it was
And
8
then
in the morning.
zoned
No
out.
one cared.
yeah. Oh wow. All right, let's see what everybody's up to. Okay, Guards is hilarious. That's a good.
that
I'm
Pratchett?
actually
Is
Terry
that Pratchett?
Pratchett. Yeah. Yeah, I'm reading The Hogfather this month because we're doing a podcast episode on it with Alan, which will be fun.
Oh yeah. I want to read that.
This
Hidden
looks
Valley Road.
wild. I saw
Yeah.
that description. That
Yeah.
was a trip.
Oh, Skylar.
Awesome. Best of luck, Beth.
Good luck, Beth.
Yeah.
Good luck, Beth.
I don't mind a slow start to books, so that's not bad for me.
Blackout was okay.
I think I might unhaul it because like everybody didn't like it that I talked to.
I feel so bad because I'm going to Y'all Fest this weekend, which is why I'm working from home. I'm not really working. I'm comping out today because I'm working technically tomorrow and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And so my job paid for me to go to Y'all Fest this year. And I feel so awkward about it because the
keynote.
The keynote, the closing keynote is them. And my job bought me a ticket to go to the closing keynote. And I'm like, yikes, because I definitely did not.
Oh yeah, because it's the whole group at the closing.
The whole group
keynote.
is the closing keynote.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of them as people, and like I think they have a lot of good stuff to say about things, and like I like some of their other books. I mean, you know, like it's not bad to go, but I get it. Yeah,
As a whole,
it's awkward. It's awkward.
It's awkward. It's awkward. Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. I hope you have fun though. It's gonna be so much fun. Y'all Fest is gonna be so much fun. Like I already see like Steph Garber and like Kristen Dwyer and like Jordan and Shelby like are all like down there. Like, so
Yeah, they're all down there. I'm like, I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow.
Where is it held? I don't actually know a lot about Y'all Fest.
It's in Charleston,
Okay.
South Carolina. And so Friday, it's only half a day on Friday, and in the afternoon they usually do like signings, And then Saturday is the big day where they do like panels and the keynotes and more signings and like different events. But they're being super like precautious. Like in order for you to get into the event, you have to have proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test, and then they give you a wristband in order to even clear into the event as a whole. So if you don't have either one of, and regardless of whether you have negative COVID test or vaccination, you have to wear a mask at all times. So they're like,
That's
and
good.
then all
So
the middle
basically
grade,
what happens here in Cambridge every day.
Yeah.
yeah, and they're doing the middle grade events at half capacity because there's probably gonna be kids there.
That's smart.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. Well, like New York Comic Con was the same way. Like actually it wasn't even proof of COVID negative test. You had to be vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like period. And wear a mask. So yeah, I am good with that. Ooh.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
Okay.
I was reading book 7 today. I'm almost halfway through the 7th one. We'll get there one day.
Did you guys have to? We did this. You know what? I really liked reading out loud, but I now understand it was very anxiety producing for a lot of people.
It is, and it's very harmful to kids,
especially with Shakespeare, because it's like a lot of language that you get tripped up on.
You know what? I was just that nerdy kid who was like, "Yes, I do know how to pronounce these words, and I will show it to you. Thank you very much."
Yeah, they're discouraging teachers now from having kids read aloud in class like that, especially because kids won't be on the same reading level, or someone may have like a disability. It causes anxiety, and then kids don't want to read anymore. So they've started doing away with that.
Yeah, like I didn't mind when we, like for Shakespeare, we would sometimes actually like people would act out scenes, and that was different because you practiced with people and you weren't like on the spot.
I like that.
Yeah.
But like versus like, you know, a teacher just calls on you in class and you just suddenly you're like,
oh yeah, popcorn reading is what they used to call it.
Yes, popcorn reading.
Popcorn reading.
Brandy, how was Skin of the Sea?
Yes, how was it?
I want to know.
I want to know too.
It's on my like maybe.
Oh, the cover of that is beautiful.
Yeah, oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, Jade. Thanks. That was fun. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. See, I think I might just unhaul it because I don't want to have to like DNF it and write a review if I'm like, because I like a lot of the authors in it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I mean, too many books, too little time, even by your reading speed. So.
Also true. I have so many.
I'm sure it does have its audience, though. Like, I'm sure there are people out there who will enjoy it. So
I heard that it's really good, Jess. Razorblade Tears.
That's good to know. You know, it was one of the finalists for Book of the Month Club yearly thing. I might pick that because, like, I get to pick one of them. So. Yes. Oh, it is coming out on the 16th, and I am.
You doing a live show?
I'm going to do a live show.
Yeah. Who's on the live show? We did it last year.
I haven't planned it yet. I haven't planned it yet. If you want to join me, yeah. Okay, we'll talk. We'll talk.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I think we did it last year.
It was fun. Yeah, no, I'm planning on doing a live show. I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm really excited for like Project Hail Mary to already win before anything happens. So
look.
I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I just haven't read it, and I've had no interest.
I have heard good things about it. Like I've heard it's better than his last book. So
Artemis? It doesn't take a lot to be better than Artemis. Artemis was pretty rough for me. I don't DNF often. I DNF'd 50 pages in because I'm like, Jazz, I can't.
Thanks. Yeah, I hadn't really heard anything great about that one. So look, same in New York. You have to be vaccinated if you want to eat indoors or like go do like it. Yeah.
Like I'm all for it. So
it's really not like that mind blowing over here. We've all been it's you just make it normal and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, when you live in the South.
Well, okay. Listen, I can't help you. I live in a city with like 10 hospitals.
Like no. I mean like for the lack of resources that we have, they sure enough, like we got an email yesterday talking about our mask ordinance.
She really liked it.
Oh, it was really
Razorblade Tears?
Skin of the Sea.
Skin of the Sea.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing another mermaid video with that one.
That's good to know. I might have to read it. That's
it did make the bestseller list this week. Yeah.
All right. All
Maybe
right.
on the list.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh. They got rid of the mask
South and
ordinance.
masks and
Yeah, they got rid of the mask ordinance.
great.
Great.
Smart.
Yeah.
Super
Just
good.
brilliant.
Yeah. Yes, Brandy, you're welcome. Yeah, let's get together. Well, we can talk after this, and we'll figure out a time to do it. And welcome for the live show. Definitely. Ooh, goodness. Yeah, it's rough.
I mean, part of why I got my boosters, I'm going home for Thanksgiving, and I'm just like, all I can do is protect myself. And Ohio is like, it's Ohio. Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
Not allowed to ask about. Wow.
Wow.
That is what a mess. Heather.
Well, I mean, you know what's fun is like predicting what's going to be on the list and what's going to win before it happens. Because like Skyward's going to win Young Adult, right? Like the third one's iconic. It has. Yeah, it's not even out yet, but that one's winning.
Probably.
It's totally going to win whatever category it's in. Like, not that I'm mad about it, but
Aurora's End is going to win something, or it's going to be high up there with nominations.
We'll see. It'll be fun. I like that's what's fun about it too. Like it's like just seeing what's on there and like. Well, and like if you look at the early nominations, also predicting like what's going to get voted in for the second round, you know, even though those never win. The ones that are like write-ins never win ever. I don't think they've ever won, which is something else. So,
well, except I think there was one year where a Sanderson book hadn't been put in the first round because it wasn't in yet, and enough people wrote it in that it went there, and then of course
it won. Of course,
I think it's that usually they don't count it, but like they add on the votes from previous rounds to the next one. So like anything that's written in generally like feasibly doesn't have enough votes because whichever books
refresh the
already
votes?
got that's what I heard. I think that's what Lala said or something.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Because it makes sense. If that's
true,
then
it's
it makes
cumulative.
sense.
Oh, that makes sense. This is a good question.
That
Do we think big TikTok books will sweep?
I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's a possibility because TikTok is actually even affecting my job at this point.
Yeah,
really.
Mine too.
Yeah.
TikTok's getting stickers on books, and I don't like it. I don't want a book that says popular on TikTok.
Well, what's also funny though about TikTok is a lot of the books that are going like viral on TikTok were not published in 2021. Like some of them were, but like Atlas 6, I think that came out in 2020. Like all the Colleen Hoover books that are going crazy, those didn't come out this year. So. But
the new like Jennifer L. Armentrout one will probably be on there.
Yeah.
So
I would guess like maybe the Spanish Love Deception might make the romance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's the romance one that everyone loves that everyone keeps trying to get me to read because there's a scientist grad student?
Oh, it's so good. You really the Love Hypothesis. It's
That's
so
the one
good.
I just
did not like it. I saw her.
Yeah, it's a good one. What?
I saw your Jess. Jess did not like it. I saw her. She's like, I'm making a video.
What? How do you not like it? Okay. What?
Y'all
we
will y'all still trust Jess's taste in books?
Well,
me and Jess frequently disagree, honestly.
Jess and I
me and Jess do too. Like, me and Jess do not have similar opinions.
Read of it.
Don't read it. Jess, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, I'll watch your review because I just do not understand, but it's fine. It's fine. We disagree on romance a lot, so whatever.
I mean, yeah, I think like you have to find the genres you do or don't align with people. Like Jess and I are okay with fantasy, but there are other things we're not good with.
Yeah, very true. It's fine. We can all be
friends. Jess, there's not one book I think that you and I have, except maybe like
you both like Amari, don't you? Don't you both like Amari and the Night Brothers?
Amari and the Night Brothers and Bad Fat Black Girl, the two books that I think we kind of saw eye to eye on.
Do you guys both like? I know she likes. Was it called Root Magic? That middle grade.
I haven't read Root Magic yet. Okay. Eden Royce, I haven't had the chance to read it yet. My audiobook actually just came through.
Okay. All right, so we're at like 20 minutes of chatting, which is fun, but I did say we'd do sprints, so we'll do some. Do we want to talk about like what we're going to be reading or doing? And then we will, I mean, I understand they're everywhere. Like this is kind of, but other things could.
Oh yeah, and Christine,
usually stuff that doesn't need to be on TikTok. Like I'm a little surprised at how popular they are on TikTok because of how popular they are everywhere else. Like, you know,
I'm not on TikTok. I'm like too overwhelmed and old. So
I tried, Angela. It's okay.
like a 2-second clip for my vlog because I'm doing a reading vlog.
Oh, I'm doing a reading vlog too. So if y'all end up on my vlog,
I love it.
I'm just
It's
saying.
great. It's fine.
fine.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
All right. So what's everybody reading today? Yes.
I'm trying to catch up. I know I only have until when? When's the live show?
Not this Friday because that's Return of the King.
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Return of the King. The live show is.
I thought because it was Thanksgiving, something flipped, right?
Yeah, I think we actually did it the day out. Like everybody ended up being fine with doing it the day after Thanksgiving. So I think it's the 26th.
The 26th. Okay.
Let me like double check that though because
I'm gonna blend it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a blended read. I think it'll help me.
The audiobooks are really good. Yeah, November 26th is the live stream.
So I have 2 weeks to finish the entire trilogy.
That's
you can
possible.
do it.
I mean, I honestly read the entire trilogy probably in 3 weeks.
So. I read them back to back too because I feel like they kind of fit like a whole narrative together and
just think of it as one book. It's one 900-page book.
It kind of is. Honestly,
yeah. And also Robin Miles is the narrator, and she can.
Oh, Robin Miles is a narrator.
She's the narrator, and she's amazing.
Really good.
Yes,
it's really good. Yeah, the narrator's great.
So and I think it works really good auditorily and physically. So.
Okay.
Awesome. What are you guys?
I want to finish When the Tiger Came Down the Mountain because I have 30 minutes left of that,
nice.
And then I want to start this tome, which is a UK tome. You can't buy this in the US. I have tried. So
I just because I really didn't realize that it was out. I was like, because I'm at the bookstore, why not just read Laura Lippis bind up? I'm almost done with it.
Everybody's loving that.
So I'm just gonna just finish that really quickly. But then what I'm actually reading is Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I'm loving it.
Nice. That's fun. And Isabel,
that's on my list.
Cool. And Isabella is technically at work, so if she pops out, she works at a bookstore, so she might have to take care of customers. I am reading. Oh, you have people. I'm reading Flames of Albion by Jean Menzies. I don't know can you tilt your camera so that you're not getting I don't know what it's on. I just don't want random people non-consentingly.
There you go.
That's good. But yeah, I'm reading Flames of Albion by Jean Menzies for a reading vlog I'm doing, and so far it's cute. I'm 50 pages in, so yeah. Jean Bookish Thoughts is her BookTube channel, so she has her first.
Oh yeah. I watched Jean.
Book. Yeah. Cool. All right. So I'm thinking, do you guys want to just do a 20-minute sprint, chat for a few minutes, do another one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever works. Good? Well, yeah, I think I can finish this in 20 minutes. Let's hope.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can find a timer.
This book seems to think it'll take me 26 minutes, so I probably won't, but it'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. There is a a 20-minute video thing. Oh, no. Oh, no. You know what? I'm liking it. I think it's cute, but it's not I don't think it's going to be a super fast-paced, plot-driven thing. So, which I'm okay with, but I can see.
There are so many things I read that people say are boring, and I'm like, but how? I
That's
love all
true.
Of these things.
Same, honestly. It's just people like different things.
How dare people have opinions?
Speaking of which, I loved A Lesson in Vengeance, but it's also very
You said that had a twist, right? That you didn't see coming, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. That ending, some people hated it. Use Breeze timers. Where are Breeze timers? Tell me.
She posted them on the Lock Petition. It should be on her channel.
It should be on her channel.
Oh, really? Okay, let's do that. I will find it. Good call.
I know she's probably passed out. We were up till 3:00 this morning.
Oh my goodness.
And then I had to take the little one to her doctor's appointment today. Which I found out she's in the 95th percentile for her height.
Well, that's cool.
Wow.
She's gonna be tall for a
Yeah,
little
she's
bit.
gonna be tall. She's 3 foot.
My kids are tall too.
3 feet 2 inches.
You gave him too much milk. I'm kidding. I don't think that's a fact. People seem to think I know things, but
This is true. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, Angela, PhDs are a little
Yeah, congrats.
they are so much work and I hate it. And I appreciate authors so much more now that I'm sitting here writing and like I only know 4 words for show. I have no other words. My thesaurus is out.
Rachel, I need to read Braiding Sweetgrass. Everyone loves it. Like I haven't heard anyone not just.
I need to too because Jess is says I have to because I'm her unofficial co-host for her nonfiction book club, and I'm like, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Because I didn't technically have to get up this morning until 8, and I usually don't function on. I'm used to not functioning on a lot. It's not healthy, which is why I'm sick right now. But I'm good. I promise I'm good.
All right.
This is the first time in New York City. I want to be happy here.
Love the ads. That's great. Okay. Let's see all my recommended videos. Okay. Does the audio share too on it? I can't tell. Or is it just like
I did hear the audio for the ad.
You did.
I did too.
Cool. Do people want the audio or no? I guess people can mute it if they don't want to hear it. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll give her some playtime. That'll be good. All right, cool. All right, so I will start this. We will be reading for 20 minutes, then we'll be back to chat for a little bit. Let's go.
People with ADHD save 10 hours studying.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Needed 2 more minutes. It's okay.
How'd it go? How much? And people can comment as well in the chat. How'd your reading go, or whatever you were working on?
Is this supposed to be confusing in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go with it. Trust her.
Just go with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I finished Lore Olympus and then got like a few pages in of Book Lovers.
Nice.
Gosh, this book is so good. I wasn't a huge fan of Beach Read, and everyone else seemed to be like super like into it. So I didn't read People We Meet on Vacation, but I just couldn't pass up on the premise of this one. It's just so good.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Ashley, there is a glossary in the back. And so, like, her world building style isn't to info dump and define things. So if you ever, like, I'm so done reading this word and not knowing its context, you can just look it up.
Yeah, but you also don't have to. Like,
I
you
never
will
did,
eventually
but
get-
like, I know
didn't
some
either.
people who are just like, I want to know what this word means.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she
But
also
yes.
has cool blog posts after each book release. And I learned a lot on my reread when I read one of the blog posts from the release after the 5th season. That was really cool about how she chose to world build and stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yes, it should be confusing the first time around at the beginning, and don't worry, it'll all come together eventually.
Is this your first Jemisin, Ashley?
No, my first Jemisin was the first book in the Inheritance trilogy, and I
Well,
loved
then,
it.
yeah, you're used to this style of what's happening.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, did the Earth just split open? Nobody answered that question. Just let me go with it.
Hey, Michael. Cool. Charlotte, I agree.
Yeah, it's really annoying. You know, I just have to like pay to like get an electronic copy because like I did grab one because I have a friend at
My
grad
school
just in
lost
case,
my
but-
official transcripts. So like I have to go through all this diploma application right now. And like on my transcripts, it doesn't have my undergraduate stuff. And they're like, hey, can you send us another one? And I'm like, I guess it's $9. At least it's not like 50. But if it was 50, no, you go find it because I already gave it to you when I applied.
That's me. How'd your reading go, Angela?
Oh, good. I mean, I love being told a story, which is what the I can't remember the name of the series, the Hill Sing cycle. It's by Nevo with the Empress of Salt and Fortune and When the Tiger Came Down the Mountain. They're just the definition of like modern folk tales in a different fantasy world, and that's just my vibe. So I just need to know what happens, and I have 2 minutes left, apparently.
That's rough. Yeah, so I got like 44 pages. The dragon hatched, so that was fun.
Is this one where like dragons form bonds with people, or is it just a cool dragon that's hatching?
Yes, dragons form bonds with people, and eggs only hatch when they've found a person to bond with.
I think that happens in Temeraire too, right? That's like a common dragon trope.
I don't know. I haven't read that one. That's cool. Yeah, it's fun. Ooh, goodness. 1,100 pages for a Sylvia Plath. That is a wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot. Oh my goodness.
That's a lot.
Oh,
Okay.
that's great. I
That
mean,
is
if you're
great.
impressed in the first 5 pages, that's awesome. Ashley, how are you feeling about the second person POV?
I like second person POV.
Oh, I'm not alone. Thank goodness. I really love when authors use it. But...
Yeah, I do. It makes me feel more attached to, I feel like I literally am part of the story, like the author is including me in the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like an outsider looking in. I feel like I'm a part of the community of the story. So I never have minded second person POV. Yeah.
Awesome. People are very split on that. Yes, it definitely is. It's been really fun reading it the second time around for me because now knowing stuff, I'm like, oh, she tells you everything from the beginning. You just don't know what's going on.
The prologue has so much information that makes no sense. And like you said, Bethany, on reread, I'm like, oh yeah, she just This is
She
all
tells you
here.
everything.
It's all
Yeah, that's
there.
cool.
You just
Yeah, that's
don't know
cool.
what any of it means yet.
Okay,
It's fun, yeah.
that is cool.
It was
I like her
nice.
writing though. I
Yeah.
think just her writing is just really, even I'm sitting here confused, but I'm like, I love your writing.
I love her writing. I love when she uses
I love her
parentheses
writing
and like
too.
has little asides. Like I love how
Yeah.
she converses with me as a reader. I just like
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. She's great.
Meanwhile, just Shauna thinks her writing's tedious and I can't get that thought out of my head.
You
And I'm
know
just like,
what?
Really?
I think she just needs to stop reading her books because
for my sanity.
it's same. Okay, nice. Glad you're enjoying that. Starting one of us
lying.
awesome. Okay.
I think her best one that she's written, Karen McManus, is the follow-up to, is it the follow-up to One of Us is Dying? Her last one that she just published
I don't know. I've only
was
read a
definitely
couple.
more of a mystery than a thriller.
Okay. I've only read like 2 of her books, and the second one was like really more of a YA contemporary novel with a little bit of a mystery element. Which is
Oh,
interesting.
yeah. One of Us is Next. Is the follow-up. That one was good. That's my favorite. I've read all 4 of her books, and that's my favorite of the 4 that she's written.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, The City We Became is really, I loved it too. It was good.
I was so happy I could get a copy of that before everything closed in Boston because its release date was like right on like the border. And I was getting that from the bookstore because I don't like to deliver books I'm excited for because mail destroys books most of the time.
So I don't know if you missed it, but I'm reading Flames of Albion by Jean Menzies is what I'm reading right now. So I'm liking it. Like it reads more like the way a romance novel does in some ways, like where the plot is more about like the characters and their day-to-day lives than like action fantasy. I don't know if that makes sense, but
your thing about the dragon reminded me that the Temeraire series, which I DNF'd a while ago, they have new covers that all of them lined up make the dragon a name, and now I want them, but I kind of got bored around book 3, but it looks really pretty now.
Did you see they just came out with new covers for it? They're coming out with new covers. I just saw them at Barnes and Noble. They're so
I
pretty.
saw them at the bookstore. I'm like, gosh darn it. And they're like not mass market anymore. They're like actually
they're like trade paperbacks. Yeah, they're really pretty. It's probably because she's had a couple books that have done really well, and so now they're like reprinting her old stuff.
Which, I mean, people are going to be very shocked because it reads very differently from her popular stuff.
Interesting. I want to try them at some point. Charlotte, this is very true. This is a series you really do want to read back to back, honestly, because there's a lot to remember.
I gave the trilogy to my mom on a vacation we had, and she like read it like on that vacation and the week after the entire thing.
Look, yeah, I mean, sometimes same. How has your guys' reading been going in general this month? I mostly am asking you this because I want to talk about how poorly my reading has been going.
It's getting better with this and the book I finished yesterday. I started at the end of October finishing like a 3.5, and then I was like 3.5, 3, and now I'm up to 4. So I'm like remembering that reading's fun again and not a chore.
That's good.
So it's been okay.
Yeah, I've had I've had a couple of really good things, but a lot of not so great stuff. Like I just had like some 2-star reads, 2 of which I'm so bummed because I was convinced they were gonna make like my favorites list, and then they got 2 and 2.5 stars. I'm like, no.
I hate when I finish a 2-star read because I'm like, that should have been DNF'd. I don't think I've ever had a 2-star read where I felt like it was worthy. I don't even usually make rant content on it. Like I'm just like, but why?
It's frustrating when it's like an author you love or a thing that you're like, I think this is going to be great, and then I'm like, this is not.
Yeah.
One of them started out really strong too, and then didn't come together for me. Yes, I mean, Look, that series, it's so good. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I've been seeing your Instagram stories, Jess, on medical apartheid. I want to read that at some point. Hmm. Hmm.
I just commented, but yeah, I'm going to start that in the new year. I'm going to get back to Fitz. It's been like 2.5 years since I've been with Fitz specifically, so I should probably do that.
Yeah. I want to read Live Ship Traders next year. It's like
I don't know if Ashley's talking to us or if she's on mute on purpose. But
that's okay.
yeah, I just want to make sure she didn't think we heard her.
I think she's doing something else. It's okay.
Yeah. No, when are you going to read Live Ship? I can't wait to hear your thoughts.
I don't know. Sometime in 2022. I mean, I haven't like specifically planned it out yet, but I want to read them.
I really love them. I hope I love those enough to like be okay with being back in first person point of view with Fitz, because that's like really hard on me.
Oh, Ashley's had to step into a meeting. No worries. It's fine. Ashley and Isabella are the ones with like jobs.
Yeah, I have like a grad school job where right now all I do is write, and I've already done that today, and my brain needs a refresh.
That's fair. That is definitely fair.
Oh,
Look, Beth, you know what? I've been having a hard time focusing too. I think because I keep picking up stuff that's just not amazing. So I'm hoping it picks up. I mean, I'm still reading things, but it's been slower than usual. Let's see. Oh, I hear my children. So if they come in here, I'll have to turn off my camera.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's great. Ooh, Jess, you want to join me and do some live stuff for it?
I actually already told Jess to talk to you about this. I'm like, I know you want to start it, and Bethany's going to read it.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, you know what? I think I have to let them in.
I'll
do
hold
this.
down the fort for a second.
Okay, how about we'll start another reading sprint?
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
So people have something to do, and then I'll have this back in here, and then I'll be back shortly. All right. Hey, everybody. How did it go?
I started a new book.
Yeah. Awesome. How is it?
It's literary.
Okay.
It's The Hour of the Star by Clarice Lispector. Jocelyn from Yogi with a Book got it for me for my birthday last year, so I'm finally reading it. And it was published in 1977. That was cool. It's really short, but like there's a lot said in every sentence. It's one of those books that if I was in an annotating mood, I would sit down and really dissect.
Sorry, I have a child who wants to be here. Okay, Joe, go see Rosa. Great. Hold on, I'll be back. Talk about your book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what it's about yet. It's the first 12 pages are a fake author talking about what they're going to write about. It's that type of literary fiction. So. Ashley, are you still in a meeting or are you talking? Oh.
Hold on.
Okay, no worries.
I think I muted all of this. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, now I can hear you. What happened to Bethany?
She has kids.
I get it. Sorry. I literally forgot that I had a slight work meeting. But technically I am off. So working from home slightly off, I don't know. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So I read nothing.
Fair. I finished When the Tiger Came Down the Mountain and I started this. The Hour of the Star by Clarice Lispector.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, a classic short story by a very famous Brazilian author. This is apparently the last work she ever wrote, and it's the one people love the most, and it's the only one I've read so far. So, yeah.
Well, that's the way to go out with a bang.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's about poverty, and it doesn't seem very cheerful.
I was about to say, that doesn't sound like it's going to be really fun, but...
Literary fiction rarely is, honestly. It's rarely
not.
It's normally about the human condition, and normally it's not the happy sides of it. So.
I did, thanks.
Ashley was like, what happened to Bethany? It's like,
because I literally got off the call, literally as the timer we were wrapping up, and then all of a sudden I saw
my 5-year-old was like, I want to be in this room with you, not out with the babies.
Oh, geez.
Is the 5-year-old your youngest?
Yeah, he's my youngest. It's cool. They were outside when we started, and then they got home for snacks and stuff, so it's fine.
Yes, she did.
Oh, yeah,
that's sad. I've only read her most famous book.
Yeah, she's not.
Same.
Romance is not her arena.
I could kind of see that from The Hate You Give.
Yeah, romance is not her arena.
Yeah.
And to be a part of a romance anthology.
Well, it sounded like that romance anthology just didn't work as a romance anthology. So
it seems like it's a lot of people who don't usually write a ton of romance.
What little I've learned about the romance genre since watching your podcast and stuff is that there is a formula, and if you break the formula, you make people unhappy.
I mean, yeah.
And that's all I know. It's genre fiction. You expect certain things.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
But I mean, that's how I am too, though. When I pick up when I pick up a book for that type of thing, I do kind of expect a certain trajectory and focus. So, I didn't know it was true that it always had to have a happily ever after, though. That was new to me.
Mm-hmm. To be genre romance, it does.
Happily ever after.
HFN or HEA. Yep.
HFN or HEA.
Yep. Sounds like people are getting stuff done, which is awesome. Right. Yeah, I like literary fiction, but usually what I like is a literary version of genre fiction, which I'm sure I've said before.
I like that except for literary fantasy, which is why I think Black Leopard, Red Wolf didn't work for me, because that one's very literally dense.
It is. which I liked that, but that's
It's what it
true.
is.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you think the 5th season's confusing, that one's just on another plane of like, what?
I believe it.
It's
I
true.
believe it.
Ooh, Visions of Heat by Nalini St. Yes. Love the
I need to read them. Like they write like that series that
You should. They're
Mara
great.
loves, right?
Yeah, the Psy Changeling series. Yeah, Visions of Heat is in that series. They're great.
Good. Yeah, we just had our discussion on Volume 1 and Volume 2 last night.
Those are good. Yeah. Okay.
No, I was laughing about this in the video that I just put up today about how I did not realize that I have read most of John Green's stuff. I don't know when it happened, but I have read most of his bibliography, and it still amazes me to this day. But I think that I am not interested. I have a copy of it, like literally behind me. I have a copy of Let It Snow, but I'm just not in the mood for it.
It's funny. I think it's the only thing of his I have read.
Okay.
Is his story in that, and the movie is much better than the book.
Okay, than the book.
Like the Netflix movie, they fixed the things that I didn't like in the book.
Okay, that is good.
You talking about accidentally reading most of someone's bibliography is me when I'm like, oh, I know all of the songs this band has put out, but I didn't know it was this band. That happens to be like Matchbox 20 all the time. Where like you actually know like 10 songs and you're like, I thought I only knew one well, but no.
Yeah.
They have a lot of songs that got big back like
and didn't know it was them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Now that song is stuck in my head.
I'm sorry.
I haven't heard it in so long.
It's like my least favorite of theirs too, but I'm always like that. Whichever one's been on the radio for like 5 months, I can't anymore.
Yay! Congratulations.
Yes, final push.
Congratulations.
I would call Colson Whitehead literary.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've only read the Nickel Boys, but I would say that was literary historical.
Yeah, his
fiction.
stuff. He is a literary writer, but this is the thing. Like, most of the literary fiction I like is either like written by people of color, or it's like literary horror, literary fantasy, or literary sci-fi. But yeah, he is a literary writer.
Yeah, I rarely like words for the sake of words, which when literary gets that way, I'm like, you think I care about this sentence structure as much as you do.
Yeah,
I don't.
I also don't care for like, I don't know, like unnecessary angst, like privileged angst. I don't care for, and there's a lot of that in literary fiction, like navel gazing from a privileged background.
I was talking to a children's librarian this week, and she was telling me, she was like, this is exactly why I don't read adult books, specifically literary fiction. She's like, I just can't, because they make it so complicated. At least with like children's related stuff, I know they're going to get straight to the point because they know that they're dealing with a younger audience.
Yeah. I like
Jane.
some that are like community building, like so like I guess Louise Erdrich is literary fiction, right? Or she sometimes writes in historical and contemporary spaces, but
maybe.
I
haven't read from her, so I don't really know.
I really love her community building, and like I read Deacon King Kong earlier this year, which I think is also historical literary by James McBride, and I really liked it until the ending. But everyone in my book club liked the ending because they all read literary fiction, and they're like, it's so beautiful, and I'm like, no. But it's a very good book. It's just I didn't like the ending.
Interesting. I wouldn't have called Kate Morton literary fiction. I would call it more like historical fiction, but I guess it's got somewhat of a literary quality to it. I do like Kate Morton.
I think literary fiction is like one of those genre definitions that's really loosey-goosey. And like you know it when you like read it, and there's not like a literary fiction shelf at the bookstore, right? It's just shelved with normal fiction. Yeah, I think she is. Except like sometimes like what's her dystopian? She has a dystopian that like everyone compares to The Handmaid's Tale, but they really should stop. I can't remember what it's called though. Future Home of the Living God, that's what it's called.
Okay, interesting.
Well, because it's like a world where very few women can have viable pregnancies anymore.
Okay, yeah.
You know, it's that type of thing.
Legendborn is great. I hope you're enjoying it.
I love the cover of the second one.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It does.
Yay, Return of the King. Yeah, I'm listening to the audiobook for that one and I'm enjoying it. I'm like not quite halfway.
Which one
Live
has
show
most
Friday.
of the battle scenes? Was that the second book or the third
It's
book?
both of them, I guess.
Because I oddly liked the battle scenes, which is usually my least favorite part of fantasy, but like
Yeah.
for some reason Tolkien's battle scenes were my favorite.
They're not bad, yeah. Yeah.
I feel you, Rachel. I feel you.
Look, you are going to keep getting it.
It's like how we all wish that every magic school setting would stop being HP. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah,
you're not wrong by saying that at all.
Like people, oh,
That is true.
that's so true. Yeah, which I just like. I don't know. A lot of it, I just don't care about that kind of literary fiction. So fair,
I think I sometimes also judge it based off how many times they use the word undulate or ululate. I'm like, how many times have you used these words we never use? And that's
never use in actual conversations. Like just
I mean,
never.
I've probably used the word undulate. Well, in writing, I've probably used the word undulate.
I was about to say, in real life, how often do you talk to the
No.
other person and be like, oh, look at this ocean undulating. Isn't it beautiful? Like, is that what you
No.
say?
I don't know. I mean, they're probably. You know what? I probably have used it like in reference to like certain kinds of dancing, but I don't know. I guess that's weird. People, because you're not the only person who has said that, and I'm like, am I just weird that I have used words like that?
You were the kid in school who liked knowing Shakespeare words.
I was. That's a good point.
I have learned that today.
Good point.
Fair point. I was that
Good
kid.
point.
Yeah.
But I do also always joke that my vocabulary is that of an honors 9th grade student, and that's where I peaked, and we never got further.
You and I are on the same page.
I like it. I spent a lot of time learning vocab words and procrastinating on math for SAT studying.
Okay.
Because the
Oh, I
vocab
was
was
the
fun
opposite.
for me.
I mean, actually, I just didn't study. I gave up. And
I
then I
studied
learned
a lot, but
that the United States system, if you just like tell them you're like half Venezuelan, they like put you in a different bracket of comparing PSAT scores, and then I really didn't care. So
that's
it's really weird. Well, because you need to be like 99th percentile to get any of the scholarships if you're white for PSATs.
Yeah.
So
I got.
well, yeah, you probably studied
you
the
probably
vocabulary.
did,
There's a
'cause you
section on
studied.
grammar, and whenever I read the grammar section, I'd be like, I've used all of these sentences. I do not know which one's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely. You know what? It's funny. It's like one of those things that like only really matters for going to college and then has no effect on your later life. But no, I definitely like was like a national merit finalist and got my undergraduate tuition paid for that way.
That's amazing, as you should.
That's great.
Yeah, do it. I just was never going to be able to.
Yeah, which is fair. I was never going to be able to go to a private college if I didn't have a lot of scholarships.
It's so weird going to grad school at a private university because I went to a state school. I went to Ohio State, so tuition was only $8,000 a year or something, like only in quotes, right? But here it's like it's so much, and I'm just like, why do people pay to go here? This is not better than a state school. I was like, this is not better.
Yeah, my master's degree, I went to a private university, and I have a lot of loans from that. I didn't have any from undergrad, but
no, I mean, undergrad, I liked going to a state school. They gave me a good amount of money.
I didn't have. Go ahead. Sorry, Angela.
Well, no, it's just I don't know. We were talking about like entitled people. I just like I'm surrounded by entitled college students all the time, and they're the worst neighbors I've ever had. And I lived on college like grounds in undergrad, like, but these people are just like they're another level. I don't understand who their mom. They just stomp around. I'm like, do you not know that people live below you? Like, what are you? Who are you? I've been living in apartments for 10 years, and these are the worst neighbors in the world.
Yeah.
They are expensive.
Yeah, no, masters are insane. That's why I did PhD, because they cover your tuition, which is nice. Well, for science PhDs, they don't do it for all PhDs.
No, but But a lot of PhDs they do, yeah. Well, like my husband, because he went just straight into a PhD program, so he didn't have any student loans.
Well, and the secret of a PhD, and don't let anyone know I told you guys this, is if you go to a PhD in your first 2 years, you get a master's, and you can just dip. You can just get out. And they've paid your tuition. They don't want you to know that.
That's true.
You can just leave.
That is true. Hey, Michelle. You could make it. This is true. They're doing a lot of Get Out comparisons lately, and sometimes I'm like, is it though? Sometimes it's valid.
I just don't trust comparisons as a rule. That's just my normal approach to things.
I probably rely on them a lot, and like use them because I think they're interesting.
I mean, I think it's interesting once after you've read it, but in terms of going into a book, it doesn't help me that much. Like with like She Who Became the Sun, the Song of Achilles and Mulan. Well, Mulan told you that it's gender bent, and Song of Achilles told you there was like kind of military queer romance, sort of,
Yeah,
kind of. But it's nothing like the Song of Achilles. So anyone who loved the Song of Achilles would be so annoyed.
I could see that. I guess I've used it for certain things. So like I think Ace of Spades is like Gossip Girl meets Get Out, and I think that's a pretty accurate.
That is damn accurate. It is accurate.
Right?
Just like y'all need to like, all right, we get it. Y'all didn't like White Smoke. I mean, it's fair enough. Like y'all didn't like it. Like let it go. Let it go. Like I have never seen so many people pressed over one book.
This is true. I mean, this is true. I just used to think it was fun to do it, but I don't as much.
I think I got really annoyed on my reread of Hyperion because he used a word to describe like a conifer evergreen tree that no one would ever use outside of a science classroom, and it wasn't a science character. He used like gymnosperm, and I'm like,
What?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. Stop flexing. And then he has a character who's like, his whole thing is how like genre fiction is trash, and people tell me that that's not what actually Dan Simmons thinks, and I'm like, he wrote a whole character who talks like this.
Look,
maybe thinks it a little.
Laura, I went to USC for my master's degree, but you're not wrong.
Oh, Laura,
like a lot of the undergrads were interesting.
I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm very excited to move.
I get this, Jess. Look before I hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bummer.
That is a big bummer. I for sure because that's what, like, for science, your qualifying exam that lets you continue being a PhD. That's what it's supposed to do. Is like, that's how you enter being a PhD candidate. Up to that point, you were just a grad student.
Oh, Beth, seriously? I'm sorry. That is
Wow.
messed up.
Yeah.
And look, that was 20 years ago, so you would have. Man, that's a mess.
Ooh.
That's
Wow.
a mess.
Rachel's comment.
Oh God, Rachel, I saw you post that. What book is that? Like, what book were you reading? Because I saw that and I was like,
also,
what?
winter has a smell. I mean,
Yeah,
also winter is different in different places, but it has a smell.
Right. Also, a scentless smell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you probably could just be like, yeah.
Oh gosh. I've not read White Smoke either. Look, people, I'm seeing
People don't. People, there was a lot of aspects of White Smoke, which it's fair enough. I think it's fair.
I need to context. Do you like White Smoke? I don't know.
I did. I like White Smoke, but I understand why people do not like.
Oh, most of the people I follow give it 4 or 5 stars. So
yeah,
people
it's
I
not
know
as
like it.
it wasn't as for me. It wasn't as good. Like Grown was probably Grown was my favorite of hers last year. I thought maybe White Smoke might match it, but it didn't. It was like a 4-star read for me. I enjoyed it, but there were elements of it, and I could understand why people did not enjoy it. Which is, I mean, it's fair. I think the issue that I take with it is that, and not anybody in this chat, not anybody, is that some people have. and not even just with White Smoke. I think sometimes when people don't like something or the masses don't like it, it's like, why do you like it? But we all didn't like it. So how could you like it? Because I'm probably one of the few people who did like it. And most people I know did not like it. And it's been a constant. How did you like this book? I just liked it.
That's annoying.
Well, one thing I wonder is, because I've heard a lot of people say that they just thought it was too traumatic, which I think seems to be true of all of her books. And whereas, like, I think that's the thing you're more okay reading than some people
I am. And I think that a lot of people took issue with the rep when it came to marijuana. I think a lot of people had issues with the rep, but I also feel like Jackson is not one to do things without intention. So I always feel like there's underlying reasons when things are not the way that they come off is maybe not always 100% the intention. Now, I do feel like the ending of it was not, I don't know what she was going for with the ending. I think she could have done more with the ending because it didn't wrap up. And there were a lot of loose ends that I don't feel like she really tied up. But I'm not going to get into a review of White Smoke.
Okay.
The analytics of why I think that I enjoyed it. But I do understand why people didn't enjoy it and why people, felt like certain aspects of it in terms of representation were not the best. And some people were extremely disappointed by it. I just was not one of those people. So
look, it's okay.
It's just one of those things.
We like different things. Is it gothic?
It's
based off the description.
It is. It's definitely more. It has a gothic feel to it. I feel like it's creepy. It has horror-based elements to it, but it's not a horror.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. I just shelved horror.
I know. I was hoping it would be.
Nah, it's not.
All right.
I need to read Monday's Not Coming, Rachel. It's been on my TBR for like 5 years.
That book, I just finished that book last month. Not for the faint of heart. But none of her books are.
Yeah. No, I mean, it looks like it would be.
This is why I haven't read any of her stuff yet, but I do own White Smoke because I was like, well, gothic horror, like that's... So that's kind of how it was being pitched a bit. That's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, its first comp is Haunting of Hill House, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I have to say, like, I did... people... Somebody saying it's helpful. I read my first 2022 release, and I am so disappointed.
Oh, jeez.
Starting off the next year strong.
Oh, Lord. Because it's like by one of my favorite authors, and I was convinced that I was going to love it, and I did not. So for anybody who's wondering, it was Ecstasia by Claire Legrand.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I didn't.
Oh, no.
2 stars.
Oh, no.
What genre is it? Is it like something that should be on my radar?
It's YA horror that's like heavy-handedly feminist, set in like a dystopian future with a lot of religious trauma. Like I liked a lot of the ideas of what she was trying to do, but I did not like the execution.
Okay. Explains why I hadn't heard of it though. I'm very bad at keeping up with young adult releases.
That's fine. Yeah, so the thing is, Sawkill Girls was her last horror novel, and I loved it. Like one of my favorite books. So I was like convinced. And like all the tropes that she was doing in this book are so my thing. I was like, oh, I'm gonna love this. And yeah, it just kind of fell apart for me, which was really
That happened with me in The Shadow King. I really wanted to like that historical fiction. I really should have. It was so long.
It's so sad. I've had 2 books like that though, because the other one that I read that I was disappointed by. Oh, Ashley, I think you just got this one.
What?
Gilded.
Oh no! Yeah, I literally just got it yesterday. Oh dang!
You could like it. You could.
could. It's so long though. Like it's like over 500 pages, and like it's not a standalone, and it's yeah. I know, Rachel. I didn't. Maybe you'll like it better than I did. I didn't. I have a review. I was really, yeah.
Marissa Meyer, she wrote Luna Chronicles, or am I
She
making this
did.
up?
She wrote Lunar Chronicles, which I loved. So I was hoping that this would be great because it's like a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and it's got a lot of good ideas, but it's so bloated. Like it needed. It should have been 300 pages long, and a standalone.
No, I read. I've only read the Renegades trilogy by her, and I really liked it, except for the second book didn't need to exist, and everything was too long. So.
That's why I never finished that. I read the first book and I was like, this is way too long.
You could probably just skip the second book and pick up the third and fill in the blanks.
Maybe.
The second's not that exciting. Like nothing happens.
Yeah. You know what? I sort of feel like she's gotten so big and successful with Lunar Chronicles that they're not editing her the way they need to be. Like they're letting her write these books that are way longer than they needed to be.
Yeah.
Rachel, I'm so sorry. You know what? I will send you my arc and then you can try it so that you don't like pre-order it if you're not going to like it because it doesn't come out till February. And then maybe you'll like it and then you can pre-order it. Because I
like the name.
Yeah, I love
the cover is beautiful too.
The cover is beautiful. It is.
Oh. Yep. No, yeah, I agree. A lot of authors when they get popular, they I don't trust authors to know how long their books should be. I think that's why like having a good team is really important. Like whether you're self-pub or traditionally pub, like having someone to help you figure that out.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Cinder. I really liked the whole Lunar Chronicles, even though I did think Winter was longer, like too long. But I still liked it okay, but they've just gotten longer, so. Yes, DM me. Like after I do my wrap up for the month, I'll send it to you. Definitely. I know. I had such high hopes too. I was convinced it was going to be a new favorite. So
every time you guys say high hopes, I have that Fall Out Boy song in my head. Not Fall Out Boy. The other one.
I know what you're
Panic at the Disco.
Yep.
Remember when those groups used to sound the same?
Oh man.
My sibling is literally, if they were in the chat, killing me right now. I've said so many blasphemous things in just like 2 seconds.
No. Have you guys read? I haven't read Razorblade Tears.
I haven't read it yet either. Yeah.
I don't know if Jess is still in the chat. She might have left, but if she's still in the chat, maybe she could recommend you something if she just read it. So I don't know. I don't know enough about it. So she liked it, so it's pretty good.
Yeah. She's kind of hard to please, so there's that.
Yeah.
Like her and Joshana, when they give things 5 stars, I'm always like, oh. Doesn't mean I will, but it hit a certain level. Yeah, Rachel. I don't know why the second book's there. I couldn't tell you what happened. Yeah. Oh, Jess is still here.
Oh, good. All right. It's a standout. Well, if you have any ideas of comparisons, let us know.
I like the third book, though. Like, I enjoyed Supernova. It was fun. Apparently, a lot of people disliked an epilogue, but I was fine.
Oh, here's a recommendation. Try S.A. Cosby's first book. Okay. Blacktop Wasteland. Cool.
What's like Razorblade Tears about?
I don't even know. The only reason I know about it is because it was one of the finalists for the Book of the Month, like Book of the Year thing.
Goodreads.
So
I'm really bad at keeping up with Book of the Month because like it's a really good deal, but I like hate their logo on the books. Like whenever I see them at used bookstores, I'm like, but this isn't pretty.
So it looks nice if you put them all together on your bookshelf, which is what I do with my Book of the Month book.
That's what they want you to do.
I know.
It's
that's what I do. But
because it's a good deal, but it's a trick.
I guess I don't mind it because I only keep the ones I like. I sell the other ones to my local bookstore. So like I have like these are my unread Book of the Month books, and up here are my read ones that I liked enough to keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always prefer my copies of the Book of the Month books that don't have it, like Inheritance of Orchidia Divina and The Space Between Worlds. I too.
Well, I now have 3 Sylvia Moreno Garcia books next to each other that are all from Book of the Month. So they are shelved next to each other. And all of the Riley Sager books.
Jess, did you just copy the Goodreads? Because that's just what I read. Because I was looking.
2 dads, 1 black, 1 white, on a revenge quest to avenge their sons who were married to each. The sons were married to each other. Is that?
Yes, I think that's what we're gathering. The dads aren't together, the sons are.
The sons were, and they both got murdered.
Interesting. Oh, that's an interesting premise. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's listed under fiction, mystery, thriller, LGBTQ. That's where it is.
I do like Book of the Month, and it is a good deal, I gotta say. And with those $10 add-ons, and I skipped this month if I don't think I really care enough. Like, I think I've skipped 3 times this year. Where I'm like, So.
I mean, I might one day do it when I don't have my like super cool like local bookstore that keeps giving me gift cards to run their book club. Because I just buy a book or 2 from them a month because they give me like $50 a month.
Fair. Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of people don't like those, I think. So.
Yeah, I still think the TikTok stickers are worse. I didn't know that was a thing, but those are driving me crazy.
Favorite book of the year. Okay. I'm going to have to, I think, so I've been with them long enough that I get to pick either the final book of the year or one of the finalists for free. So I think I'll pick Razor Blade Tears. That was the one I was most interested in anyway. And this is definitely confirming that decision. Yes, it is. It's so good. I love being there. It's for Katie and Davina.
I love Jess going, nope.
Nope. What?
Jess didn't like it. I think Jess DNF'd it.
Jess, what are we going to do with you? Oh my goodness. Oh, they're both great. So my favorite is To Be Taught a Fortunate.
Why you gonna wet?
But here comes my child again.
We don't expect you to not have kids.
For them to magically disappear.
Oh, okay, Jess. I'm just saying, Jess, the Goodreads summary is a black father, a white father, 2 murdered sons, a quest for vengeance. Like, that's the Goodreads.
All right. I'm glad that's fun. Okay. Hold on.
No, I really liked the rep and inheritance of Arcadia Divina. It's been good for the diaspora me.
Oh.
She's
Did Beth
gone.
disappear again?
Well, how far did you get in 5th season? I just want to hear more about Jemisin stuff that you think.
Okay. So I really, because I was in that work meeting for the second sprint, I literally only got 13 pages in. But what's so crazy is I feel like there's so much stuff that's quotable. I don't know.
She's a very quotable author, I think.
Yeah. I don't know how you'd like literally page 3, but much of history is unwritten. Remember that. And I'm like, but that is the reality.
What's really interesting, so this came out in 2015.
Yeah.
So it was before, I mean, we were having conversations, but it wasn't like as on a cycle as we are now of like every 3 months. And like so much of the stuff she says is just like so timeless, but also extra relevant right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, it almost feels on the nose, but at the same time, it's like, but no one's saying it on the nose. So sometimes you just have to just be like.
Yeah, no, I just think her writing is fantastic. I am not a strong, Bethany knows this, I'm not a strong adult SFF reader. My foyer is really, I feel like it's in 2 areas. I feel like I read a lot of hard-hitting contemporary stuff, especially stuff with a lot of like social commentary, and then comics. Those are like my strong areas. Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good.
So hurt my mom.
You're with your mommy?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know who my mommy?
Huh?
Her, my mommy.
That's your mommy?
Yep. And you know where my babysitter? Out there.
Out there. You left the babysitter out there to come see mommy?
Yep. Yeah, but don't worry, my brother's out there.
Your brother's out there.
That's good.
Also.
That's good.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And I like yours, and yours.
Oh, thank you. You like all of our shirts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like it too. It's very bright. I like to have very bright shirts in the fall.
Look,
Mhm.
Saturn.
Saturn.
Nice. It also got
Saturn.
orange.
Very cool.
Is Saturn your favorite
Flower.
planet?
We're guys just started playing, but I don't like playing.
You used to like
Like
their shirts.
plain bread with nothing. Plain means nothing. Plain means nothing.
Plain means nothing, and you're saying their shirts are plain, just colorful.
Yeah. You know I love your shirt because I love orange and black and a rainbow. I like a rainbow.
Well, thank you.
I like all the colors.
You like all the colors? Do you have a favorite color though?
My favorite color is all of them.
Is all of them?
Yeah, all of them are my favorite colors.
Equal opportunist. I am feeling this. I appreciate that. That means that we share a favorite color. That means since all the colors are your favorite colors, we have a favorite color that's the same. My favorite color is purple.
What?
Hmm?
What are your guys' favorite colors?
Mine is teal, so kind of like this color, or my phone, the teal color.
You know what teal is? Like a blue.
I'm gonna keep mine from lipstick.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
He can learn the word teal. I think it's allowed.
Yeah, he can learn teal.
He can learn the word.
His mom knows words like undulate. He can learn teal.
I know teal.
Good point. You know teal? You know what teal is?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's like a blue green.
Like this is almost teal.
I don't know. I think that's more orangey, but yeah.
I'm sorry. When I was, does no one else remember the crayon boxes we had when we were in school in kindergarten? They had 64 colors in there.
That's true. It's a good
What
point.
is that?
Oh, look, my friend has a kid who's 5 years old saying hi, who says hi. You want to say hi to her kid?
Yeah.
Well, you can't see them, but you can just say hello, and they'll
Hello.
hear you.
Hello.
They can see you.
I'm gonna say hi to your kid.
Okay.
Bree showed up just in time.
Yeah, he didn't want to be left out anymore. Hey, Bree.
Where are your kids?
Chartreuse.
I didn't.
No, not her.
Four
So
letters.
this friend who's writing here. So there's a lot of people watching. So these are the friends we're talking, and these are there's a bunch of people also watching us talk, and then writing comments here. So one of the friends who's watching has a kid who's 5 years old who's watching with her.
That's her.
That's her. Right there. Yep.
I want to say hi to her.
You want to say, okay, well, say hi. Her name's
Hi.
Rachel. You can say hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, we're at like 2 hours, so this seems like a good stopping.
A good stopping place.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Yeah.
But they're not stopping plate. I'm gonna tell you all. I'm gonna tell you
Wait,
all.
we have show and tell.
You're going to show all the books? How about you show one book?
So this is a dragon book. This is a dragon.
A
book.
dragon book. That is a dragon book.
The John Gwynn book.
That's a really nice dragon
And
book.
I'm gonna hand it.
I have a dragon
And
book.
I'm gonna
Oh, look, there's another dragon book. That's pretty cool.
see inside.
See inside. Yep.
Can you read it?
Yes.
Well,
All right, then read it.
well, we're not going to read it right now because it's too far from on the camera. It's too hard to just read it. We'll just
It's
show
true.
it.
Can you read
And I
it?
told my friends I wouldn't start with that book by that author, so I'd be breaking promises.
Well, there you go. Kids take over. Yes. Yes, book all. This is a new one. Thank you, Beth, for the book, actually. This is from Beth's on the
It's an exclusive view.
Yes. All right, Joe, I think we're going to be done, so say bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye.